Hi there, in this video we will understand how to move on-premises CSV file to Azure Cloud. Now, there are multiple ways to move on-premises CSV file to Azure Cloud. For example, by directly uploading CSV file to Azure Storage account, by using logic apps, by using command line interface, Azure CLI, and many more. But we will follow the best practice, the way the real data engineers do, and that is by using self-hosted integration runtime. So let's get started. This is the CSV file that we will move to Azure Cloud. Now, in order to move this file into Azure Cloud, there are some steps we are going to follow. Number one, create a resource group. Then create a storage account, and in the storage account create a container. That will be where our data will be going to. Then create a data factory, and in the data factory install a self-hosted integration runtime. Create a linked service, then create a pipeline, and finally run the pipeline. The first step is to create a resource group. So go to search, write resource here, click on resource groups, click on create, give the resource group a name, CSV ingestion RG for resource group, and the region will be UAE North since it is closest to me. Next, next, click on create. Once the resource group is created, next step is to create a storage account. So search storage, click on storage accounts, click on create. Resource group will be the resource group which we created, and it is CSV ingestion RG. Storage account name will be CSV ingestion SA for storage account. Region will be UAE North. Performance will be standard. Redundancy will be geo-redundant storage. Here you don't need to change anything except enable hierarchical namespace because we want our data in files and folder structure. And next, leave everything as it is. Next, this is basically the recovery options, so just leave it as it is. Next, encryption will be Microsoft managed, and customer managed keys will be blobs and files only. Tags, next, review plus create, click on create. Once the storage account is deployed, click on go to resource. Under the data storage, click on containers. Click plus containers option, give the name to the container. Let's name it data. This is where our data will be going to. Click create. Okay, now the next step is to create a data factory. So search data factory in here, click on data factories, click on create. The resource group will be which we created, CSV ingestion RG, and let's name it CSV ingestion data factory DF. Region will be UAE North, and version will be v2. Configure it later and leave everything as it is. Click create. Once the data factory is created, click on Go to Resource. Click on the data factory which we created, Launch Studio. Now here we will do everything else. We will install self-hosted integration runtime, create a link service, create a pipeline, and then finally run the pipeline. So expand it. You can see manage here. So click on it. Click on integration runtimes. And you can see one integration runtime is already there and it is running. But this integration is for cloud to cloud. But we need one for on-premises to cloud. So click on New, click on Azure and self-hosted, continue, and self-hosted, click on continue, and let's name it CSV ingestion integration runtime. Click create. Now there are two ways to install the self-hosted integration runtime. One is Express setup and the second is manual setup. In Express setup, everything will be done on its own, and in the manual setup, you will have to do everything on your own. So click on Express setup. Click on the downloaded file. Yes. Now let's wait for self-hosted integration runtime to install. It usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes depending on the internet. Once the setup is completed, close it. Close. And you can see the self-hosted integration runtime is running. Now what we have done is we have made a connection between our PC and Azure Cloud. Now what we have to do is we have to give the location where our file is, and for that purpose we will use link services. So click on link services, click on new, and since our data is in file and folders structure, so search here file, click on file system, name the link service CSV ingestion link service. Now change the integration runtime to CSV ingestion, the integration runtime which we created, and now we have to give the location where our folder, where our CSV file is. So for that purpose, go to the location where your file is, and you can see there is the CSV file. So copy this path and paste it in here. Now username and password will be your own PC's username and password. So it will be alright. Now test the connection. You can see we got an error, and that is connection failed. And why is that? The location is not allowed. So what we have to do is we have to go to the location of Microsoft integration runtime. So for that purpose, go to this PC, local disk, program files, Microsoft integration runtime 5.0 and shared, and copy this location. Now open PowerShell, run as administrator. Yes. And then write cd space strings and the location which you copied, dot slash dmg cmd space dash disable local folder path validation. Okay, now try the connection again. Okay, now the connection is successful. Click on create. Okay, now we have to create a pipeline. So go to the author, go to pipeline and click on three dots. Click on new pipeline. Give the pipeline a name. Let's give it a name CSV ingestion pipeline. Alright. Now we have to copy the data into our storage container. So for that purpose, drag the copy data and name it CSV ingestion. So the source data set, you will have to create a new source data set. And since our data is in file and folders, so click on file system. And our data is CSV, so click on delimited text and name it CSV source. And link service will be the link service which we created. And you can see the file path has automatically come. So click on browse and click on your file. Okay, and first row is header. Import schema will be from connection. Now you don't have to do anything in here, but you can preview the data if it is loaded successfully or not. And you can see our data is here. And now we have to give the sink, and sink will be our storage container. So we have to make a new data set and we want it in ADLS Gen 2. And let's keep it delimited text. And let's name it, and its name will be sink. Link service new ADLS Gen 2, and now we don't have to change it. Authentication type will be account key from Azure subscription, and select your Azure subscription. Click on the storage account name. That's the connection. Okay. Now that the connection is successful, click on create. Now we have to give the file path, so it will be data. Data is a container which we made in storage account, so click on OK. Now validate it. OK. Now let's debug it. Okay, now that the pipeline is successful, let's go to the storage account. and go to the container under data storage. And you can see here is our data. And if you download it, you can see here is our data. So that is how you move on-premises CSV file to Azure Cloud. Thank you.